Hi, what's up, people? Welcome in. This is VictorRevolution.com back here with another video. And today we're going to be doing NFL, my final predictions, all that stuff here, how their team is going to be, and all that stuff. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like and subscribe right here to the channel. We do appreciate God's support. Make sure you guys go join the Discord, do all that fun stuff for me. So basically what we got today is, like I said, I'm going to give you guys my wins for every team, and I'm going to rank out team that we have here according to this tier list that we have here for today. So top of the tier list, you have the teams that are elite, the teams that they're going to win 12 plus games. Then you have the teams that are above average, which means they're going to win 11 to 10 games. And down flat, you have teams that are solid, they're going to win 9 to 8 games, somewhere near the 500 mark. Then you have the teams that are under par, 7 to 6 wins. And then bottom of this year list, you have the teams that are horseshit, and that's going to win 5 or under wins. So that's just basically how the tier list is going to work for today. I try to put these two into like the same video, so that way I don't have to make 2 videos while like I'm doing it. But without all that being said, I hope you guys do understand how this works. And then after this video, if you guys do see this other tab over here, I'm gonna give you guys the divisional standings, and that's gonna be my prediction for the NFL standings afterwards. So we'll get into that after I get done this. Okay, so first we're starting with the Arizona Cardinals. I think this team is actually going to be improved a little bit from last year, since they getting some guys back like James Conner and Kyler Murray. Since those two will be back going into this year, I am expecting the Cardinals to be a little bit more competitive, but this team is still not going to have enough to contend with everybody else in their division, because by far they are the worst team in their division. They have a lot of catch up to. So just for the fact, I do say that the Cardinals do get 6 wins this year. I do think they are going to be better than what they were last year. But anyway, I do think the Cardinals are going to be better than what they were last year. But they're just not going to have. Unfortunately, they're just not going to have enough. Next up, we got Atlanta. I don't know. Atlanta looked pretty embarrassing this preseason. Let's be completely honest with here. I still think they're going to be a good team. I'm gonna put my solid right now, because like I said, the preseason really like shut my confidence down a little bit. But it's Atlanta. I am kind of expecting to win that division, so we'll go 9 to 8 wins. We'll go 9. We'll go 9 wins for Atlanta. They should be better than what I'm putting them right now, but I don't know. After that preseason, they're kind of questionable. Moving on, we got Baltimore. They're the first team that's going to the league category. They should win 12 games this year. Baltimore has no reason not to win 12 games. Even though their schedule is kind of brutal, though. I mean, let's be honest. It is a brutal schedule down there in Baltimore. But listen, they just came off. They had the best record in the AFC last year. The Ravens, I have no worries about them. I think they'll be just fine, honestly. Next up, we got the Bills, and I don't know what to say about the Bills, because everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, the Bills are actually going to struggle because they lost so much depth this offseason." But I'm still a believer in Buffalo. I'm not really done with Buffalo just yet. So I do think this team, you could argue an argument that it could be like even down here in the 9 wins, but they still have Josh Allen, still have the keys right there on offense besides Stephon Diggs. They still have Dalton Connect. I think it's going to have a big season. I'll put him at 10. I'll put him at 10 wins for now for the Bills, but that could be a very questionable call. Next up, we got the Panthers, and I got the Panthers at 6 wins as well. I think the Panthers are going to do. I think the Panthers are just going to be like the Cardinals, like the two teams that have been really bad last year that are going to play a little bit better this year. Man, that's just why I see the Cardinals and the Panthers. But so the Panthers story is basically just the same story as the Cardinals. Like that's just what it is. But I'm good for the Panthers. I think they're going to be, like I said, more competitive. They're going to win some more games in their division this year, hopefully. And I just hope for the best for the Panthers this year. Like I said, they won't be too good, but they will do better than what they did last year for sure. Next up, we got the Bears, and the Bears are hard because the Bears are always questionable. You never know what you're going to get out of the Bears or any type of roster. Like no matter what the Bears have in the roster, you don't know what they're really getting out of them. If I'm being completely honest, I'll put the Bears at. I'll give them a 9. I just don't know what to think about the team. Like they actually have a good roster, in my opinion. The question is, will we see it? Because the Bears always question every single year. We ask this question every single year. So the question is, will we actually see it? So for right now, I'm gonna go with 9. Next up, we got the Bengals. I'm gonna go with 10 wins here for the Bengals. I do think this is a bounce back season here for the Bengals. I'm not I'm not giving up on the Bengals just yet because they deal with a lot of injuries this offseason. They're gonna have Joe back. They still have Jamar Chase, and I am a little bit concerned about that defense. I won't lie here. I am a little bit concerned about that defense, but besides that, I think this is a kind of revenge season here from Cincinnati. I think they'll do pretty well this season. I got them at 10 right now for the moment. Next up, we got the Browns, and the Browns are difficult because this team can be good, and I know their defense is going to keep them every game, but the question is their offense going to do enough, especially with Nick Chubb? I think he's out for the first 4 weeks or something like that, which I do think is really going to limit their chances of winning. So even though he will come back later in the season, I'm going to go 9 wins for the Browns just because they're just injured right now, and we just don't know how they're going to look. Next up, we got Dallas. You guys know I fucking hate Dallas. You guys know that deal. But I'm gonna go 10 wins here I'm still gonna go 10 wins for Dallas. I don't think this team is going to be better than what they did last year. Obviously they really did nothing in the preseason to really help them out, and Philadelphia has done a lot this offseason to really get some games on Dallas, so that's why I do think some Dallas losses are going to come through, and plus your schedule is also not easy. They're playing against a lot of tough teams too, so got 10 wins for Dallas. Next up, we got Denver. I'll go 8. I'll go 8 for Denver. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 7 wins for Denver. Denver, I just don't know what to think of them at the moment. I don't know what kind of team. They're just one of those teams that I just don't know what they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to be a good team, a bad team, or who knows what. But I at least expect the Broncos to win at least 7 games. I mean, I do think they are going to be at least a solid team. But I just don't know how they're going to perform. I just don't know how they're going to be. Like they're like I said, they're just one of these questionable teams that I just have no idea what they're going to be like. Next up, we got Detroit. I got the Lions winning 12 games. So their schedule is pretty much in their favor, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. And even the majority of their tough games are at home, which is really going to help the Lions a lot. Plus, the Lions have actually been one of the better home teams in the league the last couple of years. So I got 12 plus win total for the Lions. I think they'll do the exact same thing as they did last year. I'm expecting big expectations again from the Lions, and I do think we're going to see that again this year. This Lions team is elite. Next up, we got the Packers. I'm gonna give it to them, man. I actually think they win 10 games. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Other than the Lions, I like their chances, man. I like their chances in their division. I think they can smack the Bears and the Vikings pretty well. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that to the Bears, but I mean, I might as well because the Packers own the Bears. But anyway, Green Bay, they're still a young team. They're gonna make their mistakes. We all know that because Green Bay, like I said, I think that they're just a second-year team, so they're gonna mess up a little bit. But I do like Green Bay's chances this year. I do think they get 10 this year. Moving on, we got the Texans. I'm gonna put them over here at 11 wins. Not in the elite yet because I need to see a little bit more. I want to see how that system works with Stephon Diggs in there now. But the Texans are still going to be really good. They still have all their firepower. I think this team is actually capable of, walking with Kansas City for knocking off the Chiefs in the AFC. But like I said, they're kind of like Dallas. Like they can be a good team, but they're playing against a lot of tough opponents in their schedule this year, which I do think is going to hold them back some games. By the way, yeah, we'll go 11 there. Next up, we got the Colts, and I was kind of in battle between solid and under par here, but I just don't really know where to land to. But the further I thought about it, I think I'm actually going to give the Colts 7 wins as well. The Colts, I do have major concerns about the Colts, about their offense. I don't know, besides Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor, I am more concerned about Anthony Richardson now and how he's going to come back from injury. And I just don't know how that's really going to work out for the Colts. So I'll give them 7 wins, but I just don't think they're good enough to make the playoffs. I could easily change my mind on this, but I just don't think they're good just yet. Next up, we got Jacksonville. I'm getting Jacksonville 9 wins. I don't expect Jacksonville to be the best team. I'm not expecting them to win their division, but I am still a believer in Jacksonville. I'm still a believer. I want this team to do great. And the only reason is I support Jacksonville. I watch them all the time. If they lose or I get upset because I'm a really big Jag supporter. Come on, Jags. You guys better have my back this year. I think you guys are capable to win 9. You can still Trevor, still ETN. You guys, your offense is still fine. defense didn't look that bad this preseason, so maybe there's some optimism there for the Jags. Come on, Jags, I got you guys at 9. Hopefully they do better than that. Next up, we got the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs win 12+ games because the division's terrible. I mean, nobody's going to compete with them in the division. Plus, they're kind of like, who would I say? The Lions. They're kind of like the Lions. Like, whoever they have that is a tough opponent, they're at home, so they're going to be more comfortable there. And I do think that's going to stack up more wins for them. It's unfortunate because the NFL would love Kansas City to be bad for a year, but they're just not going to be. I got Kansas City at 12. Next up, we got the Raiders. I got the Raiders winning 8 games. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I got the Raiders winning 8. I don't see them winning 9 because I just don't know how long their offense is going to hold. But I do like their defense. I think their defense got slightly better. I like their offense. Gardner Minshew is probably the best starting quarterback on that team. Here with Devontae and Jacoby Myers. I like that team. That team actually has some weapons. So the question is, will we see it? And the question is, for the Raiders also going into this year, can they be consistent? Because they were not consistent 2 years. 2 years when they had the Devontae Adams job and Jacoby Myers score. The question is, can they be consistent? Next up, we got LA. I got LA at 7 wins as well. I don't really see LA making a big playoff push here. I just see 7 games out of them. The Chargers. The Chargers just another team that just can't think of it right now. You got Justin Herbert. You got the new coach. You're gonna head down there too. I just don't know what to think about it right now for the moment. So I just got to take a 7 wins. And they did lose a lot of star power last year. So I don't know what they're going to look like. I do think they're going to look worse. But the question is, how much worse? I don't know. Moving on, I got my Rams. I got the Rams at 11 wins, man. I'm very confident that my Rams can have a lot of success this year. I think we're going to go 11 wins. Should have one of the best offenses in football with Puka, Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford throwing the rock. Even though I don't know what the Rams' defense is eventually going to look like, but our defense actually looked pretty good in preseason. Like I said, it's just preseason, so anytime I say preseason, I'm not judging off of it. I'm just saying that on what I saw. But anyway, the Rams' defense did look pretty good in preseason. I like my odds. I think we're just one of those teams that, no matter what the defense does, the offense is going to back us up. I don't know. I love the chances for LA, man. I think we're in for a big season with competing for San Francisco. I got us at 11. Next up, we got Miami. Miami's actually pretty difficult. Miami's actually pretty hard. But if I had to rank Miami, I'm gonna say the Dolphins are probably winning 10 games as well with the Bills. I don't know. I like Miami. I like their offense. I think they have too much star power in the offense to not win at least 10 games. I don't know, but Miami does kind of slip up in the game. Like, these two teams will be tied. Buffalo and Miami will be tied at the end of their season. But I just don't know who's going to win the division. I don't know. We'll see. You guys will see it in a few moments momentarily. But I got to go with the Dolphins winning 10 games. I do think their offense is capable. I'm not sure how their defense is going to be, but their offense should be good enough for them to get them to at least 10 wins. Moving on, we got the Vikings. I got the Vikings at 7 games as well. Vikings 7 wins. I don't really see a lot of success. JJ McCarthy's out for that team. The only star power that you really have on offense is Justin Jefferson, and I don't know what to say about that defense right now. I have nothing to say about that defense. I don't know. I wanted Minnesota to do good this year, but I just don't think. Sadly, I just don't think that's gonna happen. Next up, we got the Patriots. I got the Patriots at 5 wins. The Patriots are going to be terrible, and that's just the end of the story. I mean, they have a new culture there. They're going to be they're going to be doing something that they're not used to doing, and that's losing a lot of games. I don't know. I just don't really like the Patriots' odds here this season. I don't think anyone likes the Patriots' odds this year. Next up, we got the Saints, and if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I got the Saints at 5 wins. I think the Saints are actually going to be pretty terrible this year. Just because, especially if they do start Derek Carr. If they start Derek Carr, man, they're going to be fucking horrible, dude. They're not going to be good once and forever. Everybody's going to kick the shit out of them, dude. Listen, I don't want to say this about the Saints, but, it is what it is, man. If the Saints are not really looking good there, they haven't looked good in preseason, I just don't really have a lot of confidence in the Saints. Next up, we got the Giants. I got the Giants at 4 wins. I don't hate the Giants. Let me rephrase that. I just think the Giants are just going to be an RAS team. They're just not going to be good. They're not going to be able to do anything this year. And the majority of their games, I think they're going to get their asses kicked, especially against two teams in their division, Dallas and Philly. So there you go. Next up, we got the Jets. I'm gonna get the Jets 9 wins here. I did that. This team is kind of like the Browns, like Aaron Rodgers stuff coming back, the injured, coming off of an injured season. Like, how are you really going to perform? We don't know. How's the Jets offense going to look? We don't know. How the Jets? Now we do know about the defense. The defense is going to be really good. But the question is, what is the offense going to look like? Especially with, like I said, Aaron Rodgers coming back with this offense not being healthy last year. We don't know what we're going to see, so I'll give them 9 for now. Moving on, we got the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles should go right back to winning 12 games. This team got better from last year. Obviously, I do think they're going to take the division this year because the division sounds like, or it has been, like a never repeated winner. Yeah, the Eagles should be able to win this division with ease. Come on, Eagles. Don't let me down like you guys did last year. Don't embarrass yourselves like you did last year. Moving on, we got the Steelers. Steelers, like I said, Steelers are questionable. They're always very questionable every single year because you do not know, like they're always going to compete. They're always going to be right in the middle of the pack. So I'm not going to put them right here in solid. I just don't know if I'm going to give them 8 or 9 wins. Just because the Steelers always win and always finds a way to finish above 500, I will give them 9 wins. Yeah, that's all I'm giving the Steelers. The Steelers are very questionable because even though Russell Wilson is starting, question is how's their offense going to look. Now I have no problems about their defense. I think their defense will be just fine. But the question is, how is their offense going to perform? That's just the main thing. And plus, the Steelers need to be more consistent for me to give them up to 10. So I'll put them at 9 for now. Not a bad spot. Next up, we got the Niners. Unfortunately, they're going to 12. San Francisco's not going to lose a lot of games this year. Should be dominant until the regular season, and then we'll just wait till the postseason until when they crumble shambles. And you guys, and everybody knows who I'm talking about because that's what they do every single postseason. It's just the same story. Next up, we got the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks at 7 wins here. Now, I don't really have a big season coming in here for the Seahawks. I think they're going to struggle just slightly a little bit. But this team still has enough to compete. I think the Seahawks are honestly better than all the teams that are putting under par right now. I do think the Seahawks are slightly under par. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the best season here for Seattle after what we saw in the preseason. So there's some fighting going on in their team locker room. Yeah, I just don't really see the chemistry going there. I'll put them at 7 wins for right now at the moment. Next up, we got the Bucs. Bucs, they're going to be solid. I got them battling with Atlanta for the division. I'm going to put them at. I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger here. I got Atlanta. I got Tampa at 9 wins as well. They're going to tie with Atlanta, but I don't know who's going to have the tiebreaker. But take a long Tampa Bay. They still have a good roster. Baker Mayfield, their defense is getting some better. I would like to give credit to Tampa Bay's defense. I think their defense is going to be very tight this year. We'll see what they look like on the offensive end. I think they still have some good offensive weapon, Mike Evans, and down there as well. I don't know. I just don't know. I just think Tampa Bay is just going to be a solid, decent team. I'll put them at 9. Next up, we got Tennessee. I'll give Tennessee 8, man. I'm actually going to give Tennessee 8 wins. Actually, I think they proven me enough to give them at least 8 wins this year. Because Tennessee should be on an upgrade. This team wasn't that good next year, but I have faith in them. I have faith in their offense. I have faith in their defense, and I think they can do better things this year. So we're going to put them at 8. All right, last but not least, we got Washington. Last year, I've been kind of disrespectful to Washington. If you guys haven't seen last time I did this. But Washington, I'm going to be a little bit more respectful, even though I do think you guys are going to the under par category. But I'll put you guys to at least, we'll go 7-6. Washington, I will give you 6 wins. I'll give you 6 wins. How about that? I'm being a little bit more respectful. But Washington, I don't know, man. They have so many. Hold on, let me fix the screen here. But anyway, Washington, they have a lot of question marks with that team this year. They have a completely different roster. I'm not expecting everybody to be on the same page for like the first couple weeks. So I think it's going to take time to adjust. And then when Washington finally does adjust it, I don't think it's going to be in time for them to rack up wins to make a big playoff push, especially in their division. You know, you got Dallas, you got Philly, so it's going to be a little bit difficult then. All Alright, guys, and that is going to be the standings, how I think every team's going to win every game, how I think every team's season is going to go. And then I'm going to show you guys the final, I'm going to show you guys the division standings, my final division standing picks while I'm signing out. So this is the final standings predictions. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop out of here for today. Like I said, I do appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe here to the channel. We really do appreciate our support. Like I said, the Pick'em Challenge is going to be starting this week, so that's going to be really fun. I am almost done doing the Pick'em Challenge thing, so I'm going to do it at school. Plus, we don't have school Monday here because of Labor Day, so I have more time to get stuff done here on the channel. But like I said, I do appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe. This is Big B here, SimonBunNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See y'all. Peace out. See y'all in the next one.